What's up and welcome back to the Magic Den. Today we're talking about our 2026 competition schedule.
Judge.
The Magic Den players have been busy for about the past 6 weeks compiling on a poll the list of the themes that they want to see the most. And we've had some crazy themes come up. And players took time to go through the list, vote on the ones they wanted, and some received tons of votes, some received almost none. And we took the top 3, automatically added them to next year's schedule.
The polls are rigged too.
Now, we automatically didn't include anything that didn't receive at least 3 votes, as we weren't about to run a competition that only 2 people wanted to run, maybe like the Bloomborough event or Oathbreaker. But anyway, we don't talk about those. And so the rest was added to a wheel spinning app based on the weight of votes they received. So if they received a lot of votes, they actually were a little bit easier to spin on the wheel. We spun it out 9 times as the top 3 were selected as automatically going to be in the roster for next year. And this is the list of those competitions. The first competition of the year is Precons Only. Here, Magic Den players will face off using unmodified Precons released at any point in Magic's history. It's okay to swap out using the alt commander from the Precon, but you can't swap decks mid-comp. In February, we're doing our 60-card tournament. This is a legacy format, not because we're rich, but it just has the largest card pool to choose from, and a lot of us are old school players, so we like this format the best. We're not allowing sideboards, as with a small play group like this, it just allows everybody to counter everyone's deck too effectively. And you can, of course, run over 60 cards despite the 60-card name, but as per usual, no swapping decks mid-comp. In March is when we're going to be holding our draft. This is going to be using the set that's coming out at that time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It hasn't been decided whether we're using these draft night packs yet or just using regular play boosters, but these are going to be 40-card decks that you can swap cards out between matches, and you can run over 40 cards if you'd like, but only using the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles packs. Some of the rules for this hasn't been finalized yet, but we're going to get to that soon. In April, we'll be holding our monocolored commander competition. The rules here are simple. Magic Den players can only use a commander deck that has one color identity. You can't use a commander like Chatterfang or Kenrith that has multiple colors in the ability. It has to be a full monocolored deck, and as per usual, no swapping decks mid-competition. What color will reign supreme? We'll find out. In May, we're holding an extremely important competition. One so important we haven't yet actually held one yet, but that's also the reason why it was the second highest rated on the polls. That's right, normal commanders coming up in May, and it's going to be normal commanders of any power level. And with the amount of people here wanting to prove that they're the best, this is going to be the competition. This is going to be the time to prove that you are the best commander player here in the Magic Den. In June, the Magic Den players will be leaving Dominaria, and only the die knows where they'll be heading, because we're doing Plains Chase. And this is Plains Chase Commander with decks of any power level. All official Plains Chase cards will be used. That includes the ones from the Doctor Who set, and as per usual, you won't be able to swap decks mid-competition. This competition is probably the wildest card for who's going to place what when it comes to the final counting of the points. Players will be waiting till July for the most anticipated competition of the year, Two-Headed Dragon. This pits 2v2 in Commander combat with decks of any power level. Last year, the teams were picked 6 weeks in advance, but this year they're already picked 6 months in advance, which means teams can already start strategizing. This was the only theme actually voted on by all players, and it's not a surprise either, as last year everyone had a lot of fun strategizing and trying to do espionage on other teams, and it was a lot of fun, and me and Ryan ended up winning. This year, we're rivals. So, we'll see who wins this year, Ryan. Dag's been cooking up a cube, and that's going to be our competition for August. This is a commander-style cube, but it's still draft-style, and you have to build decks directly from that cube. None of us really know what the card pool is yet, but we're going to find out. Although the rules have not yet been determined, one thing's for sure. This is going to test players on their deck building capabilities, and those who are the better deck builders will come out on top. Unless you're Jordan, then you're still probably a bottom. September sees the return of Banned Commander. It's commander, but the ban list is allowed. You're allowed to use them as commanders or all throughout your deck, and there are no limits to how many ban cards a player can use. You aren't allowed to use antis, and you can't swap decks mid-comp. Go ahead and channel into that Emrakul, or perhaps you just want to play a Griselbrand with the Sheoldred out. Either way, we're going to see some crazy shenanigans as per usual. In October, the format I put down on the poll that barely got enough votes to make it through, Animals Only will be the competition. This is Commander format, and as the name implies, it's animals only, and the debate on what constitutes as an animal has already been raging on, and humans are not animals for this competition, despite the fact that they are indeed mammals. In November, we're doing our odds and evens competition. This is another one of those ones that barely got enough votes to squeak by, but it was wheeled in. It's commander format, and you can only use mana values that are odds or even throughout your entire deck. So if you're doing odds, there's odds throughout your commander, throughout all the other 99. We will be closing the year off with Silver Border in December. With Silver Border for us is a loose term for any of the Acorn cards, Silver Bordered cards, Test cards, Conspiracy, and Anti cards. Basically, anything that isn't allowed in the ban competition. Now this is Commander format, and Anti is not put up if you're using Anti cards. Extra points are awarded to players who use Silver Bordered cards in this competition. We got a super exciting year of competitions this year, and if you've made it this far in the video, be sure to leave a like below and subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be uploading videos of all of these competitions to the channel. We're going to make edited videos of them. We're not going to probably keep up with the live streams, as we just don't have the infrastructure to do the live streams. Like, I use my phone and this mount on my roof to record the table, and then I'm at the mercy of my phone lasting long enough, and then if it doesn't stay in the tape that I've taped it up, it starts moving mid-game. It's not a good situation. So we're just gonna do some recorded videos for these competitions coming up and just kind of take it from there. And for those of you who have not been to a Magic Den video yet or don't know much about the Magic Den, let me tell you a little bit about us. We're a group of currently 11 players from Canada, and we've been meeting up for over a year now, but we've only been recording videos for a few months, but we are kind of looking at increasing the amount of videos coming to the channel. There's a few more players in the Magic Den who are also going to start uploading videos to the channel as well. So we're going to have some exciting stuff coming up, and these competitions are, of course, always the highlight. And when it comes to these competitions, you might be wondering, what are the Magic Den players actually playing for? So when we originally used to do competitions here in the basement, it was a little bit of a more cutthroat. The winner got 3 packs, second place got 2 packs, and everybody else got 1 pack, or only third place got a pack. I don't remember if everybody got a pack at the time. But it created a very competitive atmosphere with a small play group, and it was just arming nuclear levels until basically the decks were just getting uncompetable. It was first to second turn wins because we were playing 60 card at the time, and it was just getting ridiculous. So we had to arm down, and what we've done is basically everybody who comes brings a booster pack, and they put that into the pile, and your placement in the tournament determines what order you pick your pack in. So if you place first, you get to pick your pack first. And sometimes people bring collector boosters and fancier boosters, and some people bring Aether Drift. And this is some of my packs I'm throwing in next year. You can see I'm being pretty cheap about it. But so I've thrown in collector boosters before. I have like once or twice, but anyway. But the most important part of the prizing are these trophies. At least I have a biased opinion because I make these trophies. I work at a print shop, and what we do is we make trophies, a gold trophy for first place for each competition. And what it is it's a polymetal card, which I've put a laminate on it, and on the back is a Magic card that has everybody who played in that competition signs it. So if you win, you get a card with your placement on it, and it will also have a signature of all the people you defeated that week. And so these are pretty collectible for most people here. I think they quite enjoy getting these, and so this is just a couple of them. I won 6 last year. I did not win the most. There's people who did better than me. And this year we're calculating the whole year's competitions at the end of the year, and we're going to find out who is the true king of games based on placements at the end of the year. So that'll be pretty exciting too. Anyway, that's a whole mouthful. I really hope you did stick around for this video, and you hopefully subscribe and see more what we've got coming up in store. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.